And certainly with tomorrow's running of the Coca-Cola 600, NASCAR once again has implemented its 600 miles of remembrance, where names of fallen soldiers will adorn the windshields of all 40 Sprint Cup Series drivers. We have two of our members of the Chip Ganassi Racing team that have very special relationships with their respective fallen soldiers. Mark Singleton is the backup tire changer on the #1 Chevrolet driven by Jamie McMurray. And Mark served in the United States Marine Corps with Lance Corporal Scott Lynch. Lance Corporal Scott Lynch was killed in action October 6, 2010 in Himland Province, Afghanistan. And his name will adorn the windshield of the #1 Chevrolet driven by Jamie McMurray. Graham Molach, who serves as the jackman on the #42 Target Chevrolet driven by Kyle Larson, served as a Navy SEAL with 3rd Class Petty Officer Dennis Miranda. Dennis was killed in action September 21, 2010 in Kabul, Afghanistan, and his name will adorn the windshield of the #42 Target Chevrolet. Gentlemen, I know that racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway is special every week and every time we come, but it has to be extra special this particular weekend, knowing that you served with these respective soldiers. And so, Mark, I'm going to ask you first, what does it mean for you personally, and as also for the #1 team, to have Lance Corporal Scott Lynch's name on your windshield?
So for the one car to be able to honor Scott's name on the one car obviously is very special to me on a personal level, being that he and I served together in Afghanistan prior to his death in October of 2010. But it also is more important to his family, who's going to be able to come and attend this event. So, you know, we're extremely excited to be able to host that family and honor Scott's name in a positive light and kind of shed a little light on what he did for our country.
Thank you, Mark. And Graham, likewise, on the #42 Chevrolet will be the name of 3rd Class Petty Officer Dennis Miranda, who you served with as a Navy SEAL. Talk about the significance of that and how that plays such a role as we race here Memorial Day weekend at Charlotte.
Yeah, Dennis was just a great person, and I know I'm really, really honored to have the chance to have Dennis on our car and let Chip Ganassi represent what he's done for this country. And it means a lot to me. I think it means a lot to the guys on the team that we get to support Dennis's memory and his family. And I think it's just a really good platform for not only Dennis and Mark's friend, but for all fallen heroes that they get acknowledged on Memorial Day weekend. You know, they should be acknowledged more than just once a year, but it is a great scene to display their names, and it's an honor for me personally, and it's a great honor for Dennis's family, and I know they're really excited about the race this weekend.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. We got time for a couple questions. If you would like to ask Mark or Graham a question, raise your hand. We'll start with Kenny Bruce. We could get Kenny the wireless.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com for Graham and for Mark. Did you guys stay in touch with these gentlemen after you left the service and they remained active?
Me and Dennis were actually roommates when he passed away, so I was still active duty. But yeah, I still keep in touch with a lot of friends that I had in the service. So.
And the same for me. Scott was killed on my last deployment in Afghanistan, so that was his first deployment with 2nd Battalion, 6th Marines. But we have, maintained. You try and stay connected with the guys you serve with, and for those that have fallen, we stay connected to their families as much as possible.
Stan?
Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com. For both of you, how will you keep tears out of your eyes tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, if I will keep tears out of my eyes or not. So I'm not going to try and and fight them off. If they come, they come. You know, it's an emotional time. It's an exciting time. I'm proud to have known Dennis and served with Dennis. So that's the least of my worries tomorrow. I just hope everyone has a really good time, and I hope Dennis's family is honored tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to be it'll be tough. I mean, it's tough to sit here and obviously talk about it just today, but as his family comes, and his family will probably become emotional as you would expect, I'll probably follow suit. But you know, nothing wrong with that for anything that, and as long as Scott's name and you know, in Graham's case, Dennis's name is kind of honored in that positive light, I think it's the tears are worth every moment.
Got time maybe for another question. Anyone else have one? Kenny has a follow-up. Excuse me.
Yeah, does that seem like just another lifetime to you guys? Because you were doing that, and now you're here in NASCAR doing something totally different. I mean, does that seem just like it's so far removed for you guys?
I don't know if it feels so far removed. I mean, I've only been out of the military a couple years now, so I mean, I still have some pretty recent memories, and I still keep in touch with a lot of people. This job is obviously, you know, completely different than what we were doing, but no, you know, I'm still connected, and I enjoy what I'm doing now as well. So it's a good contrast. You know, it was a little more serious what I was doing before, and this is a little more fun. So I'm enjoying it.
And then for our respective branches, they obviously work pretty hand in hand together, the Navy and the Marine Corps. But like Graham, I've got men that I serve with that are still active duty. You know, so as long as those guys are active duty, and I still have an immediate connection with the Marine Corps, I'll definitely follow it close and kind of still be attached to it. And I'm sure as time goes on and the guys I know start to retire or get out, things might change. But right now, they probably live vicariously through me, and I kind of do the same through them, just because, you know, you enjoy the guys you serve with, and you enjoyed that time.
Got a question all the way in the back. If you could raise your hand, we'll bring you the wireless.
Zach Lang, ESPN Radio Albuquerque. For both of you, how does, you know, remembrances on the hoods and other things help you transition back into civilian life?
I just think it obviously kind of allows us to remain connected to our respective branches and to the guys we serve with, but the transition from active duty military or for those who are in an inactive role or reserve role, transitioning into civilian life probably never fully takes effect. I mean, you always have a piece of you that's going to be, you know, still with that, but it does allow you to kind of revert back or remember back on the good and the bad times that you had, whether you're active or inactive, and you know, it allows us to stay connected, and that's what life's all about, staying connected to kind of what's brought you to where you are today.
Any further questions for Mark or Graham? Well, gentlemen, we certainly appreciate your service to our country, your commitment, the relationships that you obviously have developed over the years with these particular soldiers and their families, and we wish you all the best this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.